Welcome back to Level Up TV at levelupyourgame.net with Vor. Hello, Vor.
Hi, how's it going? Good?
And me, Disrepute. Doing Capture the Flag JeeSports Nations Cup group stage. Group 1 this is. Match-up between the Netherlands and Belgium. First map went to Belgium 3-1 on Japanese castles. We're now on Ironworks, Netherlands map pick. Just run down the teams again in case you've forgotten the few seconds you were waiting for this next VOD to load up. Blade, Exodus, Draven and Scoop for the Netherlands, and for Belgium we got Vertex, Redemptor, Demon and Impulse. So just waiting for them to ready up. Now we've gone from a dual power-up map to a single power-up map. It's a lot smaller. Maybe you would suggest more aim heavy?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how this is being played at the moment, this map. You know, the way maps play, they sort of go flavour of the month, kind of, or, you know, in phases, you know, for a few months. You know, you can get people just locking down mid on some maps, but then, you know, a few months later, they don't even stick anyone on mid or whatever. But, you know, you'd think you could have a solid aimer on this map who would be, you know, just railing people in the back constantly at mid, first mid. But we'll see.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
I mean, I can remember Kick, you know, used to have some like Absol, just, you know, at times would just dominate the mid on this map, but no, there are different ways to play it, obviously.
Blade, very strong rail across the map.
But yeah, I mean, remember those Kick versus Broken games? Would turn into Absol versus Blade at mid a lot of the time.
Yeah, really fun gameplay. CTF offers, of course. There's a strong focus on the defense of Red as the maps develop further, and an understanding that that teleporter entrance is perhaps, although there's water to get through, it's still a very dangerous position. We've got to keep an eye on that. Timing, of course, of the health kit. Always important.
No, med kit, health kit.
Medkit, then?
Medkit? I don't know. I think it's actually called medkit, right?
Yeah, I think so. Let's call it the injection.
I guess one thing you'd say as well is this is a single power-up map. I'm sure the power-up's important, but you know, it being a regen, sometimes it doesn't really help that much because, you know, if you're getting shot by a lot of people, it doesn't really out-heal it or anything, but it's very useful obviously for stacking someone up. I mean, you can potentially get someone 200 attacking into your base, and if he's got some teammates with him, then good chance to get a cap.
I forgot I turned follow killer off, so it's just a matter of cycling around the players now. Watching Draven going to pick up home red. Probably in good time for this first power up, although actually it's only 5 seconds to go till it spawns at mid. Might be a little bit late for it.
That's
so there it is. Does actually, no, it doesn't
climb in your home red.
There you go, Impulse manages to grab the dropped power up there. And of course, with a central power up, there's a lot more focus around one zone between both teams, so perhaps a little bit more interesting for a stream, I think. But here's Scooped, moving back into his own base with this regen. Just going to stack up on this home yellow, but is he really going to get much benefit on attack? I guess he'll get more health if he gets out to attack now, but he can't escape with their flag if he wanted to, so pretty nullified by doing that. The power up. We would often see on certain maps there was voids, which teams would purposefully drop power ups down.
Well, you can remember on Finnegan's Revenge in Quake 3, quite often you'd see that, wouldn't you? Someone just jumps into the void in home base and gets rid of the power up entirely.
So we're going to aim heavy maps, follow Blade moving in here. And aggressive on the blue base in support of Draven, who gets the flag pick. Demon trying to defend it with rockets behind. He's got a chunk of armor as well. Draven, oh my god, that Shaft does have the medkit. He uses it already. So Vertex on the other side of the map with Shaft moving out low mid. There he is. That blue flag's going to be returned, actually. This is a great opportunity. Needs his team to just get back and support him there at mid. Managed to get shot onto the bounce pad, but here it is. The first capture, and it's going to go to Belgium.
Well, they might have been complaining about the map, but they've taken the lead on it, so they can't be too upset.
So Vertex dropping off his lightning gun, of course. You have to sort of move almost to midfield to get the lightning gun as a defender. So that's one of the tasks the attackers do, is supply the defender with a shaft.
Yeah, it's hardly convenient for a defender to totally leave base to go out for that lightning gun. So as you say, having one delivered, which of course they'll need every time they die. But you don't often see high death counts for defenders on this map.
There is the second power up of the map spawning at mid. No one's really that interested in it, apparently. We've got two of the Dutch players attacking here. Scoot does manage to get back. I'm going to cycle away from Scoot. And we'll follow what Blade was doing, causing all kinds of mayhem. Here's Vertex with the flag pick. Only got 9 health. He ignores the 25. Trying to get out as quick as he could. And gets taken out.
Scoot is moving across mid with that regen. He's under a lot of pressure though, and it's going to be hard for him to actually get into the Belgian base and do much with this.
Not going to get too much advantage from it, although he is getting a good position. If he knew the mega time, he could have waited a couple of seconds for it, but that's a good attack there. He gets 2 frags out of it. In fact, Draven jumping across mid does have used the med kit already. He's going to get railed down.
I think there was 4 rails in the back.
Yeah. It's following Impulse now, getting his home red, and that 50 on top of that, so he's got 100. Lightning gun in hand. Draven calling timeout though. They won't be too happy with that, will they? That start, dropping a cap early on their home choice map when they've just dropped the first map as well.
Sure, but you know the same thing happened to Belgium on Japanese Castles. That was their map pick. They found themselves 1-0 down at the halfway point, more or less. They showed that they were able to come back and win the home map. So it's up to the Netherlands now to do the same.
So here is Impulse moving across the midfield. Does get spawned on. And he's going to take so much damage there.
He killed Draven and used up that medkit. You saw that Draven used that.
And he's actually survived that out. In fact, he's going to be 100. He hasn't got enough ammo to really do too much, but he's just causing a nuisance here, if anything.
It's a shame he didn't have a different gun there, because he had an opportunity to do some good damage to Scoot as well. But we know, only that lightning gun and low on ammo, hard for him to really do anything.
So leading up 30 seconds until the regen comes. Doesn't seem like either team in the first, well, basically the second spawn, didn't put too much focus on that power up. It seemed like they were in an attack anyway. You might often use that as a bait to move out your opponents to the midfield. When it's something like regen, you can deal with it. They're not going to rush in past you like with a haste. They're not going to dominate your whole team with a quad, which would be really dangerous on this map. Here it is, power up spawning. Impulse does grab it. Moves all the way back round to the lightning gun. And his target was that red. Got himself a rail out of that as well. Blade rushing from behind, and he did the same maneuver where he just stood there firing his LG. Got himself tooled up with the rocket launcher now as well. Always important as an attacker to have a rocket launcher if you can. Great first couple of rockets though, gets caught right in the corner with the shaft there.
Has just missed this red,
yeah.
So that's unfortunate because you know he'd have been stacked.
That was a really nice play by Blade, just rushing in with the pummel. Really couldn't do too much about that. Didn't want to blow himself up with the rocket launcher, so good basically block by Blade. And again, Impulse playing this tele-exit position, steals the red again. Good play. Wow, he's going to come out really well out of this situation. And Redemptor diving in there with the stack for the power-up. Look how much health he's lost already. Does use the med kit. And suddenly he's going to be across midfield. Well, this could be the second cap.
Well, this is a big shock for the Netherlands, you have to say. Going 2-0 down on their home map.
Of course, the size of the map means you can cap, what is it, 8 seconds? Something like that? Pretty average,
if you
fast
are
speed time.
Sure.
Yeah. So there's always the possibility you can get quick caps. So it's still a long way to go.
It is, but you know, Netherlands, they're going to certainly be concerned at this point. You know, they managed to go 1-0 up on Japanese Castles on Belgium's home map. You know, they then missed opportunities to go further into the lead. You know, Belgium on this map, they're taking their opportunities.
Impulse, again, we saw trying to steal that red just a second ago. That's a really good tactical play there. Just getting advantage over your opponents, that extra bit of armor, taking it away from them. But I think the biggest thing is actually just causing them a bit of a nuisance, making them have to cover off back behind. Draven is actually pretty stacked here, uses the medkit before he rocket jumps across mid. This could be the first capture of the Netherlands. Oh my god. There you go. And it looks like, yeah, this really should be it by the looks of things. Although actually his teammate didn't get the frag there. Wow, Demon survived. I thought Demon looked like he was in an awful position. I think the flag carrier will be regretting it didn't just help kill Demon there before we move forward, but...
Yeah, I think Belgium will be breathing a sigh of relief because it did look like Exodus was odds on to get the back-to-back cap. That would have been all of Belgium's good work in the first 7 minutes undone.
But that is the kind of speed we can get caps at on this map. Nevertheless, Belgium are still in the lead by 1 cap. They do have that slight advantage going forwards. And we're only 8 minutes through in this second map in the series. Remember, Netherlands do need to actually take this map. Exodus getting in there and getting the blue-red. He's only got 9 health, but look at the damage he's caused there with that rail shot to the defender who just picked up the yellow. Look at the stack for Draven. Great rocket jump maneuver. He's got team support, although they're not really supporting him at the moment, are they? Oh dear. I think that was
that's good team
really
play,
good
though.
team play. Yeah, chasing.
Picking up the drop flag. That should be 2-2.
There we go. Scoop, good cap. I think it's maybe a little bit mistaken dropping off there when it had the whole bridge clear, but I don't know. Maybe he had the call. So Scoop going to switch away from him. Follow Demon being defensive position there against Exodus. Used up a med kit even to defend there. And it suddenly seems like Netherlands are just getting into their stride.
Yeah, I mean, they hadn't really turned up for the first 5 or 6 minutes of this map. It had been all Belgium, really, and now all of a sudden they've roared into life by his impulse, although not much to work with. Although, you know, just before power-up, it's often kind of a good time to try and sneak in and attack.
Yeah, I mean, it works better the bigger the map is. Obviously, it's quite a small map, so there's not much distance to cover both the power-up and the flags. But always an effective maneuver. Exodus going down there. Did drop it, his opponent going through the teleport, although Draven doing the rocket jump up, failing it, manages to steal the yellow. He's not got any armor left though now. And rocket jumps up, he's going to get caught out at mid, is he? No, drops off. Still in a dangerous position, but teammates doing great support behind him, taking them out, and there's Draven to cap for the third, and it could be a back-to-back here with Blade, and this is exactly the way the Netherlands play it, just getting that momentum on the map. You can see it so clearly. Get a run of caps. But on that occasion, Blade is stopped in his tracks. There's a lot of pressure still, though, on the Dutch base. Well, sort of fizzled out into nothing. Cycle around a little bit. Draven, 100 armor on the board. All the Dutch players back in their base at the moment. Good cover by Draven, going to get this next red. Is he going to move out to mid? I'm going to cycle away from him though. Scoop does have that last mega pickup. Should maybe go back for the next. Are they just playing a really defensive game at the moment then? No, well, there we go. Impulse has got the flag though. Snuck round the back. Takes that Blade. Did take a rail shot. Got support. Pushing him across mid. And he's actually made it all the way to base.
That was a really nice cap. I mean, you kind of seemed like as soon as he had the flag and just stayed still momentarily in their base, they really just had no idea where he was. And when he made that rocket kill on Blade, just on the perimeter, you know, by the time they realised, it's kind of too late.
Big moment to bring them back into the game as well. You don't want to get too despondent, losing your lead and going down. But it's tied up. Impulse picking up the flag again there. Does take that rail shot. Just nullifies everything he'd grabbed. Almost bluffed and tricked Blade there. Switch around Vertex now. He's just got machine gun there across his midfield. Blade successfully causing a lot of damage to him here, and Vertex is effectively can't really do too much here. Switch around to Blade. Rails across mid, currently hitting 61%, 19 impressive. We've seen that time and time again by Blade. Absolute dominant rail across the midfield. So I don't really know what happened to that last cap with Impulse, because it seemed like Netherlands had 4 people in base. They then sort of moved out, but obviously left a gap in behind that Impulse just exploited.
But yeah, I mean, Impulse only really had Blade to kill on his way out. I mean, he hit a direct rocket, that was the end of Blade, and then he didn't see anyone else.
Just get those strange moments, don't you?
Yeah, teammates at mid, and they didn't look like his teammates were really picking up that many kills.
Cycle
We saw his
round.
teammates shoot him in the back just to give him a tiny boost with the LG, but done that.
Draven going to get home red 20 seconds before the power-up, so I guess he's going to be aiming or focusing for either the power-up or to get in an attack while the power-up's going to be up. I did hear his opponent Vertex coming through the teleporter. Here we go, 3 seconds until the regen. Draven going to be right on top of it at the time. Yeah, he times it well. Movement's good as well. He's going to go back for Team Red. Exodus. In fact, all Netherlands at the other end. He's managed to grab the flag here. He's got a bit of support by Draven. I think he's actually been a block more than anything. And Draven's been taken out as well with his stack. Almost grabbed last second, but it's returned by Belgium.
Yeah, I mean, totally unintentional, of course, but Draven kind of did put an end to the momentum that Exodus had going across the mid. He might have actually made it into the lower part of his base.
Yeah, once you just get in there, you've always got a chance. Going at the bounce pad against Scoot. Never a wise idea with the shaft out. Vertex did hit a nice rail, though. He's hitting 60% rail, in fact. Kind of stats we're more expectant of him. 17 impressive. Nice rail play, in fact. In his opponent's base, in fact. Does just get caught out there. Cycle around a little bit more. Exodus. You can see he's been spammed at. Look through that teleporter. Did try to just catch out Belgian player, but didn't quite work on that occasion. So 3-all. It's gone a little bit more cagey for. Maybe they're just focusing on power-up play for the next one. Doesn't seem like either team's quite pushing as hard.
Yeah, I think the frequency of flag touches has slowed down a little bit, and maybe that's because, you know, the Netherlands are probably slightly worried that the game is so close on their home map. Certainly don't want to give up another cap like Impulse made earlier, where, you know, he just was in and out before anyone even realised.
Exodus did just steal away the med kit. Draven's got his home med kit though. Takes so much damage from Redemptor because he was jumping as he went around that corner there. Draven actually used the med kit before this power-up spawns as well in 5 seconds time. He might not be in such a great position that he had planned to be in here. Good play by Scoot though, pushing in on the mid. Redemptor manages to grab in behind on that regen, and Draven does eventually get it. Only his first impressive of the game. That's just surprising. He might not have used rail too much, but I mean, you'd always expect 15 minutes in, top level player like Draven to probably have had more rail shots. Here he goes, moving across the midfield. Nice movement, clean, precise. He's got the nice health stack by this regen. It's just going to run down as he attacks in there. He was kind of blocked off. He's going to take the route round, is he? He's got himself the enemy medkit now. Of course, he had the timing on it because Exodus had stolen the previous. I think medkit, was it every minute, I think?
I wouldn't be 100%, but it sounds right.
And Draven just fragged in the end, going back for his home red. Going to cycle around a little bit. Have a look at the rest of his team are doing. Exodus has stolen the opponent's red. So this could be, well, Redemptor fags him in the back, but of course they're missing out on that red armor in defensive play now. Wow. Switch around a little bit. Demon just sitting in base, still.
Exodus steals another enemy red, so he's doing a really good job of keeping that away from Belgium at the moment.
There you go, getting the frag as well. Does a bit of body damage. He's doing even more damage in the stats. And he's just being a nuisance here and denying them the resources they're going to need to defend. I'm surprised the Netherlands haven't already taken advantage, considering consecutive reds they're picked. He's going to get 3 in a row here, Exodus. And Redemptor gets caught out again. Surely this is time for the Netherlands to take advantage, although, of course, it is the regen now. So this has worked out absolutely perfectly. And look at Draven. Really nice armor stack, and of course with the regen, Exodus does grab the flag there. That might make things a little bit more difficult for Draven actually. Switch round to Draven. Does manage to pick up home red. Had backed off. He has got a med kit, so he's going to move in almost after the power-ups run. Here we go, Blade as support. Missed that first rocket, but he's going to be right on top of this flag. He's going to need to hit these shots. He does hit couple of them. He's got 2 players, got 1 left to take out. Redemptor's going to go down here. Oh, Demon in. It just needed that extra bit of team support. Seemed like Exodus was waiting for the flag pickup, but this could be the Netherlands getting a bit of momentum on attack here. And Belgium going to have to regroup quickly, especially as they lost out on the last, I don't know, 6 or 7 reds, home reds.
Yeah, they're really starting to scramble a bit on the
Strong
defense,
rocket there.
Belgium.
So 3-3, we've only got 2 minutes remaining. Of course, Netherlands are going to get desperate as well. They need to win this map.
Blue flag return.
Look at that. Exodus should know the time of the red. So, going to go through and steal it. Belgium have lost timing completely of their home red. Team are not able to win an LG versus LG battle with someone in the water. Draven takes the flag behind while they're messing around shooting Exodus in the water. Vertex in at the other end, picking up the red flag, and there it is. It's going to be a cap. Netherlands 4-3 ahead.
Yeah, I mean that was a real extended period of pressure, wasn't it, on Belgium, and they just had to kind of break eventually, and Netherlands have finally got the lead back.
It was almost inevitable when we saw the consecutive reds picked up by Exodus. And he was doing the key job there, while Draven was stacking, getting ready for those big flag runs, which eventually one paid off. Exodus using that red again. Look, there's the regen. This could work out really well, although he needs clean support. It is both dropped and returned by Redemptor. He's picked up regen, and he's at the other end of the base. In fact, look at that med kit on top of that. Doesn't take too much damage. He can get in on the flag here. And they really need this, remember. They are a flag cap behind. 40 seconds left in this last minute. And imagine Netherlands is just going to sit back and defend really strongly now, Vort.
Yep, probably. No, they seem to be accused by Belgium of being a defensive team, so now's time to
prove it.
Show how good they are at it.
Demon hit some nice shots there, but he's not going to get anywhere out of that base. In fact, he might leave the flag in that position, a little bit more difficult to get to from the front of base. 3 Belgian players moving in high here. And they have to find the flag first. There it is. Vertex does grab it. He's got the mega out of that, but Exodus read him perfectly, cuts him out. Flag pickup again by Demon. He's run out of time to cap though, and there we go.
Red wins.
4-3. Who would have thought?